Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph video clip. Many of you tell me that it's really hard to learn vocabulary. A word comes, you write it down, tomorrow it's forgotten. You write it down, you put it in your app, it doesn't stay. And you're wondering how to fix that, how to make sure words go into your mind, and also the best way to learn words. Well, I do have some advice for you on that, but it's much bigger than learning English. Let me explain. The problem isn't the words not going into your mind. The problem is that you're not living in this present moment. Now, all of us, me too, we have family worries, animal worries if you have a pet. We have news coming to us at every moment. We have a mobile which might be bleeping right now. We have more than one screen looking at us. We have things coming into our head and we don't know why. We have to prepare dinner. We're thinking about that as well. So when you come to the table of learning, you're coming with all this stuff. And even though you're looking at the words, they're not going anywhere. So the question is, how do you clear your mind so that you can take these words easily? Well, there's two things. First of all, there's this point about clearing your mind. I'm not suggesting that you take up meditation, run away to a mountain and sit there for 3 months. But what I am saying to you is, unless you are living in this moment, rather than what's for dinner, what happened yesterday, and the fight that you had with whoever, unless you're able to come to this moment with a clear mind, you're not going to learn anything. Now, let me just explain a little bit more. And we've spoken about this before. When you go on holiday, you wake up in the morning after your flight arrives and your mind is clear. There's no agenda, there's no business meeting, there's nothing to worry about. You're on holiday, the day is free, and you can give your whole day to whatever you want. You need to capture that feeling again and bring it to the table of learning. You need to get into a place of relaxation where there isn't a business meeting in another 10 minutes. There isn't something else happening in 2 hours. You don't have the stress of that meeting you just came from. If you reduce English down to become a commodity, another business meeting, then I can guarantee you're going to get nowhere. The secret really is not to find time to push English into your day, but to let go of something so that English can come up into your day. Now, many of you tell me, but I just don't have any motivation. I'm demotivated. I'm stressed and blah and everything and watch. And sorry, I'm late coming to this lesson and everything else. That's your thing. I wouldn't call it demotivation. If you want to do something, it gets done. And if you don't, it doesn't. It's not science. It's not a mental disease. It's very simple. You want to do something, it gets done. You don't, it doesn't. Getting back to my point, though, this idea of learning and the mood you're in when you learn is really, really important. So you have to, first of all, look at your mood. That's the first point. The second point is similar, but not quite the same. And that's not about your mood, but about the quality of the words you're learning. Now, I was talking to someone the other day, and she told me she sits with the dictionary and she reads 10 words a day. And somehow she thinks that's going to make her communication skills fabulous. I don't know why she thinks that. I told her, do you remember any of them? She said, yeah, some. I said, do you think in 6 weeks you remember any of these? And she said, well, maybe if I use some of them. I said, yeah, most of us in the English world, we use only a handful of words. You know, we don't use too many. So to get fluent is actually very easy. But for dissertations and essays, you need to learn words which are relevant. As I mentioned before, I have no interest in sports, okay? Sport and I, we just don't get along, okay? Sport is something which some people love, but it's not for me. So I don't know what you call those things you climb up in the gym. I don't know what warm-up exercises you do before you take sports, okay? I don't know if you run kilometers, miles, or whatever. I honestly don't know. I don't know the rules or the words associated with volleyball, football, maybe ice hockey I do, but you get my point, okay? I don't have the vocabulary, front, back, what do they call it? Front tackle, is it? In football? I have no idea. I don't know what you call the mid defenders, whatever. But the vocabulary I do know is stuff that's relevant to me and relevant to my life. So my point is this. If you're a farmer, why do you waste your time learning words about, let's say, business in the office? Or if you're a sports person, why are you learning words associated with something which is nothing to do with sports? I love radio. That's my thing. Ask me about radio. I have loads of vocabulary. But if you ask me about something I don't know, I probably won't know the words. Ask me about a medical term. You know, unless I suffer from a disease, I'm not going to know what the words are. So you need to make sure the words you're learning are relevant to you. Otherwise, you're not going to remember them. And why would you need to know them? You know, so something else to think about. So two very important points there. Your mood and also the quality of the words you're learning. I had someone last week and they told me, oh, you know, I really want to learn the Bible. And I thought, okay, well, you can, but make sure you choose an easy street version. Don't go for the classical versions. Oh, yeah, but I really want to do that, you know, and I'm finding it hard. And I told them, yeah, of course you find it hard. We all find reading stuff like that hard. It's not supposed to be easy. And then I was telling them that instead of reading through a book like that, why not choose a devotional? You know, why not go for those little one-page guides you can get every day that make you feel good, supposedly? Be a much better idea. Or take one verse a day and then try to write an essay about it. But to read a book like that is like taking something of Shakespeare and trying to read it. It's starting with the most difficult. So with a devotional would be much easier, you know, or a little story every day. You know, these daily reflections, you can get something like that. Anyway, my point is, don't just learn words because they're words. Learn them because they have some kind of impact on you. And most of all, make sure you use them. Because learning a word just so we can sit there and do nothing, looking pretty, isn't helpful. All right? So just a few little pointers there. So get your mood right. Choose your words wisely. 2 points to remember. See ya. Bye.